You're listening to Grindhouse Courthouse, the show where we put movies on trial to determine whether or not it has committed too many movie misdemeanors to be considered viewable. Please rise for the Honorable Judge, Dave.
Hi, and welcome to Grindhouse Courthouse. This week we'll be putting the 1995 Power Rangers movie up against the 2017 remake. Confirming that the 1995 original is not held up with nostalgia alone, we have Matt and Adam.
Woo!
We're doing it.
Orphan time.
On the other side, we have Tom and Dylan, proving that a disembodied head of Bryan Cranston is better than just a voice alone.
Sorry, Dave, it's actually Dylan and Goldar.
Oh, sorry, Dylan and Goldar.
Hello, bro. Hello.
Oh, shit, it's Goldar.
This week, I will be the judge, and I will be asking a series of questions to determine the victor. And we'll start off with my very first question.
Your Honor, I demand my right to make opening statements. I wrote something and I feel cheated.
We can do that, yes. We can have an opening statement for each movie from each party.
Orphan time.
Mastodon!
And can we let the 1995 original please start?
Okay, here it goes. Opening statements. The 90s. The greatest decade ever. When dads tucked their t-shirts into their jeans and moms and kids alike all rocked bowl cuts. When teenagers with attitude just meant a willingness to resort to violence at a moment's notice. And bullies were identifiable by their 100% leather wardrobes. What happened, everybody? What happened to us? So to play our little part in making America great again, we watched 1995's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The show that kinda started it all. With Chaim Saban's reuse of Super Sentai, but repackaging it in a way with cuter American teams. You know, the way we did it back in the 90s, bro. Without these Rangers, you can kiss Los Luchadores, Mummies Alive, Superhuman Samurai, Beetleborgs, and Beetleborgs Metallic goodbye. And then where would our society be? Huh? So if your Rangers aren't mighty and morphin, then you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oi! Oi!
Adam, do you have anything prepared?
Absolutely not. I thought we were just diving into questions today.
Okay. I'll start with this then, because I would like to discuss the importance of second chances. Everyone likes the newest things, the latest, and therefore the greatest version of Power Rangers is what we're talking about today. It's the newest one, and therefore the best. That's all we need to know. Why do people make remakes? Because they need to make it better. Improve on the mistakes of the past. Think of all the sequels and remakes and reboots that we know that are clearly better than all the originals. Total Recall, RoboCop, Point Break, Ghostbusters, The Thing, The Mummy, the Tom Cruise one, all of the Michael Bay Ninja Turtles remakes, Rollerball. All of these things are newer and therefore better than the original. Power Rangers deserves to stand in the pantheon with all of these other great movies. And these insufferable dingle dorks wouldn't know a good Power Rangers movie if it hit them on the head. Thank you.
Real bulk and skull take right there.
Yeah, holy shit.
Powerful statement you made there about the reboots.
Yeah.
Wow, I'm really happy that you were prepared for this.
I surely set us up for success with that one, right?
Oh, definitely. It's all downhill from now.
So let's get to
Does anyone even play a mystical flute in your movie? I don't think so.
No one plays a mystical flute in yours.
Yeah.
You don't know that because you're not supposed to have seen it.
Yeah, but we do have a bikini-clad chick who spins around. Remember those plastic tubes from the 90s that made that whoo sound? Yeah, we got one of those.
Yeah, it's very menacing.
Yeah, we got one of those.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, also she's an owl. Checkmate.
All right, let's get to the main question. Who are the Power Rangers?
Oh, they're teenagers with attitude, dude.
So much attitude. They skydive in our movie. What do they do in your movie? Just bitch at each other the whole time?
Only part of the time.
Yeah, only sometimes. You have to get character development. You have to understand these individuals first and what they're going through to establish them as a group. That's where the reboot 2017 really stands out, because we get to understand each character on an individual level, understand what they're going through on their daily lives. What are their struggles? What's their hardships?
Yeah, but I want to know what the group is. What is the Power Rangers? Just a group of teenagers with attitude? Is that the baseline I get?
Zordon is an ancient entity, multiple thousands of years old, who lives in a tube full of crystals that puts him in a time warp. And he fights evil through teenagers. He collects teenagers and he gives them godlike powers. You could be a Power Ranger if you had enough attitude and also knew Zordon.
Okay, follow-up question. Why are these teenagers specifically chosen instead of anyone else in this entire world? Why is it teenagers with attitude? Why isn't it like a young adult that actually has his emotions under control?
How much attitude could a young adult have? Barely any.
Yeah, you lose your attitude and sassiness once you get older, Dave. You have to have that threshold of sass in order to become a Power Ranger.
It's also a means of convenience. They all need to live in Angel Grove and in close proximity to Zordon's hidden palace that's somehow in the desert.
Yeah, that was the confusing part of 1995's Power Rangers, where Angel Grove...
That was the confusing part of the new one. Checkmate.
No,
the
in the new one, it
okay.
totally makes sense. They're just playing in a gold mine that just happens to be on the other side of town.
Exactly.
Just like anyone else's home, right?
Yeah. This is where they find the power coins,
Yep.
which actually
Hold on, we don't get...
technically find them. No, this builds up into what becomes the Power Rangers, though, Dave. We gotta establish how these characters are developed, how they become these unique Rangers of
So
power.
that was my next question is where do their powers come from and what are these power fucking coins?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know why? Because 95 does not talk about any of that stuff. They're
Because
already
none of that's
established.
important. Zordon gives them the power, or you can go to a different planet and like open up a tomb and get some mystic rays coming out of a pyramid or whatever. Some Illuminati shit beams itself into your body, and then you can morph.
Yeah.
What more do you need? Do you need a 2-hour epic explaining all this shit? I don't think so.
Yes, I do.
We know all this from the TV show because we're all devoted fans. We didn't just start watching a new movie like, oh, I don't know anything about the Power Rangers.
Power Rangers, what are you?
All right, so the 95 movie, is it after the series? Like, is it after season 1 that it comes into play, or is it before?
No, it's well into the show. So our leader, Jason, has already been replaced. And
He's now Rocky.
Trini, they just couldn't handle the racism anymore, and they replaced her with a black woman named Aisha. And Zach, they couldn't take the racism anymore, and they replaced him with a curly-headed fuck. I don't even know what his name is.
Johnny Young Bosch.
God, he's
an anime voice actor.
They're all bad replacements. He's by far the worst replacement.
Okay, so
I don't know.
So-
how many lines did Rocky have?
Exactly.
no, we know how many.
I demand the 95 defense tell me a single thing about the Red Ranger. One character trait that is not that he's the Red Ranger.
The Red Ranger has fully abdicated his leadership role.
No, it's Tommy.
He's the best fighter on the team.
Is
Let's
he?
talk about
is.
Tom. Forget about the Red Ranger. Let's talk about Tommy here.
No, we're going to stop for a
No,
second.
I-
I'm going to answer
back up?
Dave's question. Yeah, I got to answer
I just want
Dave's
to know where the
question.
power comes from and what are the power coins.
Zordon or something.
Okay, hold up.
Crystals.
So Dave, you asked the
Zordon
question
or
of-
a fist protruding from the
Oh my
earth of Phoebos.
Okay, so Dave asked the question, where does 95 fit in? So basically you can consider the 95 movie to just be a long episode in this series of Power Rangers.
This is weird that you're explaining the 95 movie to us, considering you didn't watch it and we did.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
considering it a huge con because it doesn't establish the characters much like the reboot does, and I have to give it credits for that. That's what I'm trying to sell this new movie to you guys, because it is the more superior.
Well, you are failing.
Well, I don't know yet.
Okay, so in the 95 movie, I'll let you kind of include the series of that season.
What?
Where does the power
Why?
come from?
They
Okay,
had
just
like
for this
seasons
question.
prior to this.
Just for this question, where does the power come from?
Zordon himself.
Zordon. He has
No.
a mystic ancient power that he grants.
He's an interstellar power being.
Ayah!
So he's a
It's
very
morphin'
powerful
time.
person, and he can't solve the problems himself with all his power?
No. What? Does the president fight wars? No, he sends teenagers to do it.
Go Power Rangers!
All right, so what, in the remake, did they have some type of other bullshit answer other than just a head?
Okay, there is the Zordon head, but it's established that the Rangers need power coins, which are on Earth, and they connect to these teenagers that they think are worthy enough to be these Rangers or warriors to help take down this massive threat. So that's part of it. This is how they're able to...
And Zordon And Zordon used to be a Power Ranger himself. And he was...
What?
Yeah, right. That's what we learned in the new one.
That's pretty cool.
They finally fixed all this. He used to be a Power Ranger, and then he died saving Earth. Saving life as we know it with crystals and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, he got locked into the power grid because he died, and then Alpha apparently puts him into the ship's power grid, and Zordon is live as like a sentient AI, I believe. That's how they're establishing in this new one.
Yeah,
Okay,
and it looks super cool.
It does. It actually looks pretty neat. They did
So
a
in
good
the
job.
remake, are all the coins in one area?
Of course.
Are they all found within the same little city?
Of course, Dave.
Of course.
We have to make it easy for our teenagers to become the Power Rangers. So these coins are in a mine that Billy was visiting.
Billy?
Yeah, actually, okay. Billy's actually fantastic in this one. We'll talk about the individual characters later. But Billy used to visit.
Well, Billy's
the mine.
fantastic in our movie too. That's a point for us, I think.
Okay.
Is he?
I'll allow that one.
Okay, so where exactly is their base of operations? Where is the floating head located?
Somewhere slightly outside of Angel Grove.
Where is Angel Grove? Is that like in Los Angeles, or California?
Aya!
Woo!
Aya! Woo, woo. The putty's fucked with our recording. Woo, woo. Get him, Rangers.
All right, so where are the Power Rangers located, and why are they located there?
Simple answer.
Zordon.
Go ahead.
Zordon's secret base that he established to host parties with his teenagers and his robot servants.
Are they sexy parties?
Well, they're teenagers with attitude. And they're sexy teenagers.
Yeah, they're sexy.
I mean,
I think Dave wants to know the actual location.
Slightly outside of Angel.
it's a secret, you fuck! What are you doing?
It's a secret that the main bad guy finds immediately.
So where is Angel Grove? Is it in the U.S.?
Earth.
SoCal?
Oh, just Earth.
No Cal?
SoCal or Vancouver. Either one works for both of these.
Could be Sydney, Australia. We don't know.
And that's for both movies?
Whatever's convenient.
The new reboot is definitely Vancouver, where you have Angel Groves, where the kids are going to high school, and then you also have the ship that contains Zordon, which is in the gold mine, which we previously talked about. So it's all contained within this nice location.
Wait.
Did somebody say gold mine?
There's a spaceship inside a gold mine? How did the spaceship get inside the gold mine, Adam?
So you have to understand at the very beginning of the reboot.
Whoa. Don't tell me what I have to understand.
Let me explain, because this is the standout with the new reboot, because they provide you a bit more context of the Power Rangers rather than the 95, which just jumps into things with no explanation.
Yeah, because we already know what's going on. I don't need a movie to spoon feed me. It's like, oh, who's this Goldar character? We know who Goldar is.
Anyway, the new one starts off in the prehistoric era with the Rangers on Earth. You have the Red Ranger and the Yellow Ranger, and the Yellow Ranger's dying. And you find out
Which other Rangers are there? You only said 2.
There's a green one, too.
there's a green one.
There's a green one?
We're trying to establish this.
Come on, this is...
Is there a blue one in your movie?
Yes, there's a blue one in this movie. Anyway, we find out that Zordon was on Earth as one of the Rangers, and Rita, a Green Ranger, is trying to destroy them, get the power coins. They have a comet go down, but before that, there's a ship that crashes, and I believe that's the ship that Zordon is now integrated into the
Well, you
power
believe that, but you don't know it for sure. Unlike us, we know where Zordon lives. We've seen his house.
You've seen his house?
We've
Alpha
also
lives
seen
there.
his house. We've seen the ship.
No, you just said you believe. I know.
But there's a ship.
Without a
We've
shadow
seen it.
of a doubt.
He lives in Jabba the Hutt's palace just on the outskirts of Angel Grove.
But the only people that know about it are these teenagers and Ivan the Ooze immediately. Nobody else knows about this giant sand palace just on the
Like,
outside.
Ivan Ooze is the ultimate evil. He knows things.
But
he knows.
Does he?
Is Zordon's castle actually on Earth? Is it outside Angel Grove, or is it on another planet?
No, it's on Earth.
No, it's on Earth.
They've walked
It's
there. In another episode, their powers were taken away, and I swear to God, if you say it happened in this movie, I'm going to go ape on you.
It did.
So we
They did not walk there in this one. It was in another episode.
No, they walk there in this one, Dylan.
Tom, did they walk there? Am I forgetting this scene?
Yes.
Look,
Yes, they lost their
we didn't
powers.
see it happen. then it didn't
It
occur.
did
I'm telling
happen.
you, didn't happen in this
They
movie.
lose their power. They
Look,
lose
is this another
90
your I
no.
believe
No.
thing? 'Cause
No.
one's buying it.
Hard
Adam.
facts. Hard facts right here. 95, when they fight in the construction site against the Ooze minions, which is terrible.
Oh, you're gonna tell us what happens in our movie now?
Dave
Again?
Dave needs context to these things. He needs to understand why he's not going to watch 95.
Dave doesn't have time to watch 2 seasons of a TV show in order to have enough backstory and context for this goddamn movie.
Well, maybe he should.
Look, if you're not going to invest in Power Rangers, get fucked. Am I right?
Yeah.
Am I right?
They're in the construction site. They just finished beating these Ooze minions. They lose their abilities.
They're called the Tengu,
Really?
not to be confused with Pengu.
Oh, okay. Thank you. They lose their morphing abilities, their strength, everything like that. And they're like, we have to get to Zordon. And then they start running. And the next scene, they're in Zordon's castle.
Oh, okay. See, this is where we're no. We're talking about different things. There's an episode where they're actually shown wandering the desert of California, Angel Grove, to get to the palace. So it's definitive that that also tells us that it's on Earth, but I'm talking about something else.
Okay.
Where it actually shows the journey.
Okay. Thank you.
So you're like
Yeah,
describing like if Lord of the Rings started, like Gandalf shows him the ring, he's like, we got to get to Mount Doom, and then next scene they're like at the cliffs of Mount Doom, and he's about to throw it in.
Yeah, they're at the cliffs. They're just like, should I toss this? Should I toss this in? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just negating the entire venture. For all we know, they skydived again to get there, Adam.
Well, we didn't see it.
Yeah.
So we don't know if it happened.
What growth happened in between?
So you're not using your imagination at all? Is that why you like the new one? Is because they just spoon feed you everything?
That's not a bad thing when you're trying to tell a story.
It's not a bad thing to be spoon fed by your movie? Oh, I think this will come up in the future.
All right, let's.
Judge, she's twisting my words.
So we know about the Power Rangers in this film, but we also know they have giant mechanical robots of all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah, it's super cool. Zords.
Are they
Finally, something we can
Howard-
agree on.
are they powered by magic, or is it just advanced scientific knowledge?
Any advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. We know this. We've experienced that in our own lives.
Do they just-
You put on the Google Glass and suddenly your reality is augmented. You're in the metaverse. Or whatever. And that's basically what's happening here. You know, they've got their Zords, and they're powered by some, like, top-notch science. Like, Zordon's in there in his glass tube with his time crystals and his time warp with his fucked up face and his fucked up voice, and he's just got all these magic tricks. Do you think that Alpha is a magic robot? No. He is a science robot. Ay, ay, ay!
So the Power Rangers could have just like helped humanity by introducing this new energy source to the world.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Well, only teenagers with attitude can handle that kind of
okay.
power. Do you think you can just give it out to anybody?
Yeah, what would happen if you gave this power to Bulk and Skull? Think of the chaos.
Thank you. Madness. And they do help humanity, thank you very much. How many times have they saved Earth by the time the movie rolls around?
Self-claimed?
Once?
Like 100. I
Twice?
don't know.
100. Thank you.
Self-proclaimed heroes.
All right, let's get down to some hard facts right now. I want to
Yeah.
know which movie grossed more.
Oh, for
Yeah,
God's
the-
sake.
With
The new
inflation, so they're
Fuck your inflations. Do I look at it like an economist to you?
What was the budget, too? What was
No,
the
budget. Budget is meaningless. I want box office gross. New one,
Yeah.
142 million. Old 1995 dog shit jizz ooze movie, $66 million.
70 trillion million.
It's objectively true that the new one is better because it made more money.
The new one
But
is in
it made-
rubles, though.
it made twice as much money. So is it twice as good?
Absolutely.
No, it's half as good.
Absolutely.
The soul is missing from the new one.
no soul.
Where's the soul? Where's the heart?
So why do you think the 2017 made so much more money?
Because it's better.
Because
It's
people are nostalgic for Power Rangers. They've been deprived of a Power Ranger movie for so long.
Everybody wanted a new Power Rangers movie. And this
Cancel
one
culture.
Came out at the,
Me too.
is the hero in the new one. That's why the people like it.
people wanted a new reboot of Power Rangers. This one was fresh. They had a new cast come in. They're playing with different ideas, such as like alien tech. So it
had a
caught
bunch of
people's
stars.
attention.
It had Bryan Cranston and Elizabeth Banks and
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader. Yeah.
It's Alpha. Yeah, that's great.
Who's the biggest name in the original 95 Power Rangers?
The guy who played Belloc in Indiana Jones. Ever
What?
heard of it?
What is his name? Tell me right now.
Paul Freeman. Checkmate. It's Paul Freeman.
Wasn't Bryan Cranston in the original?
What else has he
Marlon
done?
Brando played Tommy. Laurence Olivier played Kimberly. ever heard of those guys?
And let us be clear, the ensemble cast of the original movie is the star. Everybody there just fucking brings it. Even Rocky, the new guy.
The Mormon chamber choir played the putties.
Just beautiful.
I'm still waiting for an answer about one character trait of Rocky.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
He's a great fighter.
Is he?
Oh yeah, he saves everybody's life during that fight on the other planet where the Iowa lady sends him off to die in the jungle. You remember?
Does he?
I guess you didn't see it, so no.
Sexual frustration. There's a character trait of Rocky.
Sexual.
So we know the basic gotta save the world premise of these movies, but is there any other stakes? What are the stakes in these movies?
Let me ask you this question, Dave. Do you love your mom and dad?
No.
Whoa.
The fuck? I'm telling them.
Yeah,
oh my
he's a
god.
liar.
I'm going to tell them what you just said.
That guy's got some attitude. He might be a Power Ranger.
Absolutely not. He is not a Power Ranger because he may have attitude, but he doesn't have the soul. Okay, let me rephrase.
It's true.
Matt, do you love your mom and dad?
Depends.
What? Oh my god. I just got a bunch of ungrateful
We're all
Okay,
terrible.
Bunch of parent haters.
Yes, okay. I'll play your goddamn games.
I'm a good boy and I love my parents. I wouldn't want them to walk off a cliff and die. How about those stakes, huh? How about those for stakes?
So that's still the saving the world then. Is that the stake of both movies?
Yeah, my parents were my world when I was a kid. Thank you for pointing that out.
Oh, that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
really nice. That's
It
helpful.
is.
That's
Just like the original movie, not like the soulless cash
Right.
grab that is the new one.
Right, but the original,
they
any childless adults, they're going to be fine. It's going to be okay. If Ooze gets his way.
No, also, the cool alien who let you party with other teens in his desert palace is also going to die. You think that's cool? He let you
Yeah.
party in his palace, man. You owe him.
How are those for stakes?
Yeah, you can.
So
They
wait,
fucked up the clubhouse, goddammit.
They fucked up your clubhouse. What do you think Batman would do if the Joker came in and spray painted Batman stinks all over the Batcave? Think he's just going to let that sit?
He would lose his fucking mind.
They bust into Zordon's palace. They're like, Zordon, what the fuck happened? And Zordon was like, he got me, Rangers. That fucking Ivan boomed me. Help! They're getting some vengeance. They're getting some fucking vengeance.
And also, the world's at stake. The entire fate of the universe is at stake. Ivan Ooze is an ancient evil.
Yeah.
He will destroy everything.
But I think we could also play upon the parents too, though, Matthew, because in the last scene when they're actually fighting Goldor, Jason has to leave his group to go save his father, who's in danger because his car flipped. So
Yeah.
we still have the parent stake. We still have the city, not yet the world. Which is
every
good because-
parent? I don't think so. You just named one.
Yeah.
Well,
But
what
it
about
still works, but it's more meaningful because we know that relationship between Jason and his father. It's not that strong.
yeah.
So
So the needs of the few are more than the needs of the many?
There's
Fuck off!
there's a
Fuck
better
you!
emotional connection.
I just want to learn something about my character.
I've got an emotional connection with his construction work dad. He puts on a hard hat and he picks up rocks.
Yeah. Can you?
I see him work. I see him toil.
Do you remember the kid's name that goes to save his father by spraying with a hose?
Fuck you!
You're a piece of shit for asking that.
Because I actually can't remember why that kid's there.
Fred.
Is it Fred?
Who names their child Fred?
I think I talked to Fred Durst.
Whoa, my God.
Oh my god.
That kid grew up to be Fred Durst. He had a backwards cap on in the whole movie, too.
Let's take a little break from the movies. I just want to know, which is your favorite series of Power Rangers? Because there's been 40?
There's been 29 seasons, I think I counted.
I'm a purist, baby. Original cast, Mighty Morphin.
It's the original. It's more.
And I'm team Jason, not that bitch newcomer Tommy.
Oh.
I don't know. Tommy's dreamy.
Tommy's pretty cool.
He's so dreamy. He does a rolling so bad every time he has to do a kick. Do you know how hard that is to do? It's so tough.
Adam and Matt, you have a...
I'm also going to say the original, but that pirate one. Power Rangers.
Power
Pirates,
Rangers Pirates.
That stands
That's
out.
the one. There's also one where they turn into police officers.
And firefighters.
If my face is still firmly attached to my head at the beginning of the episode, I don't want to watch it. Let's put it that way. Does that answer your question?
Perfectly. All right, let's get back on track. Which movie had strong character development?
Oh, it's definitely the new
This
one.
is a deep question. I
it's
want
definitely
deep
ours.
fucking answers.
Yeah, we have to dig deep on this, Matthew. It's us. It's the new one.
It's
characters.
The new one is basically like Breakfast Club, but they have powers and fight monsters.
Exactly.
That's essentially the 2017 Power Rangers movie.
That was a great way of describing.
Just a bunch of misfits, people who have tough lives at home. They're all from different parts of the world. They find each other. They find something to join together, and they grow.
The old one's kind of like Casablanca, but with ooze and zords.
I'm gonna need a rundown on that one.
It's kind of like Gone with the Wind tier of character development. Classic too, like a timeless movie that carries throughout the ages.
Yeah, the love story, Tommy and Kimberly.
What does the new one have? Do they just bitch at each other between their Instagrams and their Twitters and their Snapchats? How many times do they sext each other in the new movie?
Yeah, who TikTok their ding-a-ling to each other in yours?
Bunch of fucking perverts on the other team, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Anyway, so the honor and so the character development definitely goes to the first one. Not to mention we have to meet and learn about Ivan Ooze. We have years of backstory to the Rangers in ours. So it's just simmering to the top. They got a new villain. We have to learn about this villain. And also Goldar takes, he might have got nominated for Best Supporting Actor. Can we check the Emmys for that year? Did Goldar get
the
Best
Emmys?
Supporting? Or sorry, the Oscars? Well, actually both. Emmys and did he get an EGOT?
Oh my
He might have
god!
been up for an EGOT.
I think he might have been up for an EGOT.
I just want to thank my family.
I'd like to thank Rita Repulsive.
Rita, Lord Zed, that other fucking pig man.
He's wearing a monocle.
So in 95, the Power Rangers don't have character development because it's already been done through the series, and you only character development.
No, they have lots of character
Tons.
development. You see Tommy and the Pink Ranger, whose name escapes me.
Kimberly.
Thank you. We have Tommy and Kimberly getting out there. You see the beginnings of a relationship for me. Ooh. That's in the movie. That's canon. That carries out into the next series.
Did they ever talk about their
Amazing.
relationships in the 95? I don't think so.
Look, show, don't tell, okay?
Yeah, and Billy is the jilted gay man standing in the background going, "Oh, I wish that we didn't live in such a society where heteronormativity reigns supreme." And like the Black Ranger's kind of like, "My hair, it's so curly. I wish I didn't fucking have it."
Yeah, frog power. Remember that?
Yeah.
So they don't discuss any of that in there, Dave. I'm just that's outside.
Oh, so now we're just saying things about the other movie? Well, yeah, your movie doesn't have an ending. Think about
It has
that.
an ending.
No, there's no characters in it either. It's just people bumping into each other for 90 minutes.
Here's the ending, because it ends when they make their Megazord, and then it bitch slaps Rita into space, and then she freezes. That's how the movie ends.
Look, that's basically our movie. Stop taking our plots, okay? We had it first.
So one follow-up. Which character had the greatest improvement throughout the film?
Ooh.
Ours definitely ends on a super high note. It pushed CG to the next fucking level. Move over, George Lucas. Move over, Industrial Light and Magic. 95 Power Rangers is coming through. I would say the impact is greater than the original Star Wars. I think that's safe to say.
Oh, easily.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Raise the bar.
Are we talking about the impact of the movie or
The CGI specifically.
Or the impact of monorails on plot development and final
think
fight
the
scenes.
impact
It's a
of the
future
movie.
city, okay? Power Rangers technology is slowly making its way into society.
Yeah.
it's great to get it? It becomes like Independence Day 2, basically.
Yeah.
that was.
Where do you
that was the
think
next
Tesla
step.
got the idea for their cars? That's right. Megazord.
Yeah.
Where do you think they got the idea for the spaceships? That's right. Dragonzord.
Hi-ya!
How does do they even need spaceships? Because there is a scene where some of the minions just literally fly. They just
Yeah, because there's this bitch witch on the moon that's fucking up the Earth. They got to get up there.
they're these like Tengu things that they stole from like Japanese folklore, and they just literally fly to another planet. No spaceship, no nothing. They just go. Burp, 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 burp.
Oh, they stole it from Japanese folklore. Then why does one of them have a John Wayne voice?
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
So that's how you know. Like,
Tell
to go
you
back to
what,
characters, even
partner.
the henchmen have unique personalities. One of them talks like a birdman, and the other talks like this.
Why does the
partner.
Tengu have a John Wayne voice, Dave? Answer me that.
I don't know. I've never seen the film.
Why does the Tengu have a John Wayne voice? Someone has to answer for this.
I think We actually had to stop the viewing and like rewind that like 6 times because it threw us off so much. It's all the other birds. They talk in a high pitch, and then you just get this one guy. He's just like, I'm not doing the voice.
Well, the Dulcea was spinning her 90s plastic tube things, Pilgrim.
All right, so
anyways, to answer your question, the old movie's better.
I gave a point to you guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I think they ended on that one.
Yeah.
I want to know everyone's favorite character, and whoever has the cooler favorite character wins.
Ooh,
Tommy.
why?
He's the best.
Shut up.
Why?
Why?
Hey, why? Okay, you say your favorite character.
Billy. Yeah, it's definitely Billy.
Dumb.
Why?
Because in the
Why?
I'm explaining.
Why?
In the new movie, Billy is definitely on the spectrum. Like, I believe he mentions that he has autism. So he has a hard time interacting with people. Then he bonds with Jason. They develop this beautiful friendship. But Billy is like the stepping stone of how the story moves throughout this movie, where if you didn't have Billy, the story would not progress. So I think Billy has a higher impact in this movie than any other character, which is weird because...
So he's cool because he's autistic, he makes a friend, and he drives the plot.
Oh, yeah? Well, Zach was the first black man ever to play a character on TV.
Yeah, but Zach's not in your movie.
Look it up.
Zach's
Look
not.
it up.
Aisha was the first black woman ever on film.
Yeah, look that up too. Okay, get educated. All right.
But the thing
Trini was the first Asian American ever on television.
but the thing
We're breaking barriers in this movie, dude.
they're not
All
even
the
in your
barriers.
movie. They're in your TV show.
Look, Tommy is cool. Tommy is cool because he's got a redemption arc. You know, he was evil, then he's good. He
But
leads
that's-
the Power Rangers. He does really cool kicks.
None
What
of
does
that
Billy
is
have?
in their movie.
He makes a friend in the movie.
Okay, let's make it simple. Let's simplify this. Why is Tommy cool? 2 things. 1, ponytail. 2, earring. Done. We're done here. Okay?
That's fair. That's fair. That is pretty cool.
You guys are
for
giving it to
90s
them? Okay.
For 90s. No, I'm not giving it to him.
No.
I'm just explaining why,
no,
it's, why it's so interesting.
You know who else had an earring? Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Do you think Michael Jordan's cool?
The OG,
Oh,
the
my.
original cool
Or
guy.
do you think
I'm
he's
more-
a dork?
I'm more of a
thing is
LeBron James guy. I think he's overtaken.
You're a piece of shit.
So why are you all wrong, and why is Bryan Cranston the best character in both films?
We got better than Bryan Cranston. We got Billy Cranston.
We both have Billy Cranston.
We got Billy Cranston first. You just ripped us off.
We've got original Zordon. We don't have cool celebrity Zordon. We got just a guy in a tube honing his craft. Okay.
Who happened to got big time boomed by Ivan the Ooze.
Your Zordon is just sitting in some crystals in a potato sack.
Can I please go back to Billy?
Fine.
The reason why it's interesting that they focused on Billy is because they could have easily taken the turn to just focus on Jason as the hero and develop that. And it's just the hero's journey for Jason. But instead they focus on a different character and how he's very important to the group. So I think the reboot, taking that approach, was smarter rather than just having the same old story with following the
In a big action-filled blockbuster, you wanted not a hero to be the main focus.
Well, that's
You
what
wanted
they're
a
all
movie
heroes.
about
Right.
That's the thing.
Donatello. Hey, look
Anyone
at
can
this
be
guy. He
heroes.
wanted a Donatello movie. What a
Donatello
nerd.
did everything for the Ninja Turtles.
Donatello's the best. He does machines.
Yeah, he builds a Zeppelin. He gets them out of every situation.
How do you think they transported back to 1600s feudal Japan?
Yeah.
Donatello figured it out.
They held a lamp.
Soul magic. It was soul magic. We've been
Soul
over this
magic.
so many
But
times.
he figured it out. Michelangelo's just over here eating pizza like a fucking rube.
So I know, Adam, I believe you mentioned something about an asteroid. Is it true? Is it true that Alpha 5 and Zordon killed the dinosaurs? Is that what happened?
This is the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah.
There's our heroes, dinosaur killers.
In order to stop Rita, which is such a powerful force, they have to rain down asteroids on the Earth, taking out Bryan Cranston and Alpha surviving for X amount of years in a spaceship by himself. So yes, they had to wipe out the dinosaurs.
But the Zords take the form of the most powerful beings on the planet wherever they land, and that's the through line. That's where the dinosaurs have survived.
Yeah.
And those giant cool Zords.
Yeah, ours too.
Yeah, so go
Yeah, that's true for us as well, except there wasn't a part where our heroes destroy the planet and kill a bunch of creatures.
in 95
They're just heroic the whole way through.
in 95, how do they get new Zords? Because they have new Zords. There's a gorilla one, there's a bear, there's a frog. How do they get those ones? That's
Magic.
not established.
I already told you. They go onto the other planet.
Yep.
The green twirly stick lady, who's also an owl, leads them to the precipice, says, I'm not going in there.
Yeah.
They go to the jungle. They fight a big skeleton dinosaur.
Yep.
Then they get up there. They fight some more shit that just comes out of the rock walls.
Yep.
The doors open. A pyramid comes out. Then they have their animal powers. How is that not immediately clear just from that brief explanation I gave at the start?
They get their powers back, but that doesn't explain how they get the Zords.
What do you mean?
It's called
The
Mattel Toy Company needed to make some money. Ergo, we needed some new Zords. The same reason that your dumb movie was produced at all.
Yeah, how many toy sales off of your movie, huh? Let's look up that figure.
Yeah, let's look up toy. We need to factor toy sales into this because we would kick your ass.
I wanted
Merchandising.
to add just to the record that the defense of the 95 movie just hates toys. And they hate fun. Fuck those guys.
I like the truth.
No comment.
Instead of focusing on merchandise for toys, we focus on sponsoring local chains such as Krispy Kreme, and that's where the action goes down for this movie.
That was my next question. I said, how important was Krispy Kreme, the new one? And why is that important?
Very important, Dave. This is where the growth life crystal is located. It's underneath a Krispy Kreme, and that's where Rita is going with Goldor.
Let the record show he said Krispy Kreme. Thank you.
And I corrected it with Krispy Kreme.
As a card-carrying Republican and supporter of the New Jersey governor, I find that insulting.
So is that how the movie made so much money?
Look, we got the best sponsorship in 95. 7-Up. What more do you need? It's refreshing.
Oh, right.
They made a video game on it. It's got the little dot. Classic.
All right.
Fucking classic.
Was it actually sponsored?
Yeah,
I think
there's like
it's just
multiple occasions. No, like the 7-Up shows up like center of the frame like multiple times.
But
Characters drink out of it.
I don't think it's
a
facing
thing.
the camera. I think they was just like filming the crew on set. We're just like, yeah, we need some extra like B footage, and it's just some dude sipping a 7-Up and like put it in the movie.
Look, do you think there were mistakes made in the 95 film? Is that what you're saying? That it wasn't carefully crafted? I don't know. Fuck you!
I want to.
That's like saying that an extra pushed over a bunch of blocks in Highlander, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Because they would never make that mistake.
Never happens. Or
No.
you have a man with a fire extinguisher waiting on cue to just start blasting when someone's shooting around a pipe.
Showdown in Little Tokyo would never happen.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the 95 one just had one take for every shot and they ran with it. I'm just gonna throw that one out there too.
Well, thank you for saying that because I don't believe that either.
Did your movie end like all great movies of the 90s end, which is just fireworks and a party?
High fives and a Zeppelin.
Yeah.
That's how it
Way
should have
worse.
ended.
So I want to go
More like high fives in the Hindenburg. Am I right? Am I right, boys?
air high five. So I want to go in a more, I don't know, somber mood.
Ooh.
I want to know if any of you guys know about the curse of Power Rangers. Have you heard
Yeah.
about this?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
Only Dylan?
Tell.
No, I
Yeah, you
know
might
about
actually-
the curse.
I think I vaguely know, but please elaborate.
It's a place where actors go to die, figuratively and literally.
Also, he
But it's a
creates two murderers. Two people from Power Rangers in the series have been convicted of murder.
What?
Really?
And gay porn.
Allegedly.
No, they were
What
convicted.
show is more cursed, Power Rangers or Glee?
Oh, it's probably Glee.
Oh,
No, I think Power Rangers. They had like 30
I don't know.
people die under the age of 40.
I did not know
After
In
this.
Power Rangers?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was a single explosion.
That's actually fucked. I didn't know that.
Yeah, can you? Yeah.
That
Hold on,
is fucked. Okay, tell the story.
Dave. Please explain this.
Dave, there's no fucking way 30 people from the show died. I bet you $1 million that's not true.
Different actors, no, like different people that were involved in Power Rangers have died mainly from like cancer and stuff under the age of like 40.
Oh my god.
That was a single exposure, so that counts as one.
And they also have what?
Well, you were asking how power coins worked, right?
Oh,
It's uranium. It's enriched uranium.
Decaying.
I also believe one of the Red Rangers turned out to be a murderer and he stabbed someone with a sword.
No, it was a kid. It was a kid.
He stabbed a
You
kid.
killed a kid?
Yeah, the Red Ranger.
Yeah, you know that kid with the backwards hat in the movie?
No.
Just
That
couldn't
was
take
another
it
one.
anymore.
Too, Dylan. One of the Red Rangers stabbed someone with a sword.
Really?
He got convicted. And the one you're talking about is like an extra that went on a rampage and killed people too.
Oh
2
my
murders.
God.
That's actually fucked.
Yeah, but if you got a show for like 30 years, you're gonna have a few murders. Like Odd Job killed a lady. Just the statistics, man.
It's a numbers game.
Okay, you like got 40 guys in a room. 10 of them are for sure murderers, right, guys? Right?
Okay,
It's
well,
just a
let's
numbers game.
talk about this now. Because when our movie came out, none of this stuff had happened. It was just like an innocent show. And then these fucking monsters decided after all of these murders, all of these deaths, let's make a new one? How responsible is that?
How
had
many
to-
new
I ask
murderers
you.
did they create by making this movie?
Yeah.
That is not.
Are you accusing Bryan Cranston of being a murderer right now?
It's like, we've all seen Breaking Bad. He's clearly capable of murder.
No, okay.
Very true. Very true.
We've all seen Malcolm in the Middle. We know he's capable
We've all-
of murder.
All right, so my final question is a pretty basic one. I need to know murder, kill, marry, go.
Oh,
Which characters?
for respected movies or for like all movies?
Wait, murder, kill, marry. So I have to choose. What's the difference?
Murder,
Oh, sorry.
murder, kill. Like murder is angry. Killing, you're just like on the
Killing
fence
is
about
like
it, or
you happen to be
Sorry,
nearby
sorry.
when an accident happens and you decide not to help them.
Murder, fuck, marry. There we go. And it has to be from your film. So Tom and Dylan, I need from the 95, and Matt and Adam, I need from 2017.
I will murder the Black Ranger, whose name I can't even remember.
Hate crime.
Because he's
Hate crime.
he's just, no, it's just, this is, I got to make some tough decisions here, and that's what it is. I will fuck Kimberly, but I will marry Tommy.
He'll treat you right.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got a ponytail.
Matthew, putting you in the spotlight.
Oh, wait, Goldar, all 3.
Oh,
Like in an order. You lay with Goldar, then marry him, and then once the relationship turns sour, that's
Rangers is the happiest day of my life.
Oh, Tom, you make me so happy.
I am marrying Zordon. He gave me powers and giant dinosaur robots.
that's
So
yeah.
that meant
That's fair.
treating me right.
Yeah.
Sugar daddy.
Yeah. I'm probably fucking Jason. Have you seen his eyes?
Oh, it's the guy from Stranger Things. By
Yeah.
the way, if you don't know
Yeah.
who Jason's it, he's
Jason
the-
is Dacker Montgomery is his name, which is not. There's no way that's a real name, right?
Yeah, it's probably fake.
It's probably fake.
Daiquiri Montgomery?
Yeah.
No, it sounds sounds on the level.
Yeah, but the
Thatcher's
eyelashes.
Gags.
Look at him. His eyes are just super dreamy. So I'm fucking him, and I don't know. Kill the rest of them. Who needs him? I've got all I need with Tommy and Zordon. What about you, Adam?
I'm gonna murder Alpha. I'm gonna
Alpha.
murder
Alpha.
murder Alpha.
Ay, ay,
Alpha.
ay.
Yeah, do the sex with Rita, but also marry Zordon. I think Zordon's like that sugar daddy. That he'll take care of you for life.
do this sex, huh?
I would fuck. I'm gonna fuck Goldar. I'm going to kill Ivan Ooze so that I can then marry Rita and live on the moon.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
What is Lord Zed going to think about this?
Menage a trois.
Whoa.
Ooh.
You could just put your fingers into his exposed brain and kill him. It's really not that hard.
He's actually very susceptible to infection, so I'd probably just like cough. I don't know.
Yeah.
He needs to live on the moon.
He
He has to.
He has no skin, Dave. It's just,
Oh, no.
it's disgusting.
Yeah.
It's a blob, a giant blob. All right, so before I make my final decision of what shitty movie I need to watch this week, I want closing statements for an extra bonus point. If you have them, if you don't have them, you just don't get an extra bonus point.
I've got one for
It
you.
is
We need
very tight. It's 15-14, but I won't say for who.
Oh, boy.
Ayah! It's morphin' time. Ayah! The end.
These egg-sucking purple pinheads wouldn't know a good movie if it slapped him right in the face. These insufferable Diggledorps, these purple boogers, these lame wads. The 2017 version is the best movie. Hands down.
Look, I didn't learn any of those lessons that you seem to have picked up from your movie when I watched my movie. I learned the power of friendship, saving your parents, and defeating evil. Yeah!
I think you've just learned the power of monorails. Bona fide, electrified, 6-car monorail.
A ring came off my pudding can.
Take my penknife, my good man.
I'm getting that point. Tom, you get that bonus point.
God damn. What?
Matthew did the original insults from 95.
Yeah. I got it written down.
So he's not learning from 2017 then.
Oh!
Tom just did ayah sounds.
Yeah, what does your movie have? Not even that. Ayah!
Ninjetti corkscrew kick.
Coming out on top, it is actually Dylan and Tom with the 95 original.
You're up.
16 points to 14.
God damn it.
Oh my
I'm upset that I have to watch either of these movies. I will watch the original 95 movie.
never seen before.
No
One could ever
take them down.
The demon power deep inside. And then that.
Go, Power Rangers!
Such a good.
What have I got myself into?
Why'd you let them win, Dave?
I'm pumped out of my freaking mind. I'm going to go lift some weights in the garage right now. I'll talk to you guys later.
Oh my god.
So anyways, you were saying you're really excited to watch the 95 Power Rangers movie?
I don't know if I would say excited, but I will watch it, and I'll get back.
Here's the other thing. You also have to watch 2 seasons worth of Power Rangers TV shows in order to know what the fuck is going on.
Oh, no, I refuse to do that. 100% refuse to do that.
You won't understand Goldar's character at all if you don't.
Yeah, his deep, nuanced character. I'll betray anyone. The fight to survive.
And that's the main reason I won't watch the 95 right now. It's just for him.
That really sold it for you. Okay, well, you're going to be here next week telling us about 95 Power Rangers.
Hell
He's
yeah!
also got a pig friend who wears a monocle.
Oh,
Who
God.
just leaves the movie? He just exits the
I
film.
forgot about that guy.
I've already won, so I can start telling the truth now.
Yeah, conclude this episode and we'll get into After Hours.
Yeah, wrap it up.
And thank you for coming to this week's episode of Power Rangers. Which one was better? And it turns out it's the original. Always the original. Matt lied to us. Never
What?
listen to Matt again.
What the fuck?
You said the reboots were always better.
With that, the court is adjourned. Come back next time for a new trial with new litigants in the never-ending parade of schlock that is Grindhouse Courthouse. Motherfuckers.